My name is Riley, and tonight I'm going to read Mitai Doti Walker, and it is collected from folklore and retold by Elvin Schwartz, and illustrated by Stephen Gamble. I'm reading this with permission by Scholastic.
Okay.
Mitai Doti Walker. There was a haunted house where every night a bloody head fell down the chimney. At least that's what people said, so nobody would stay there overnight. Then a rich man offered $200 to whoever would do it, and a boy said he would try if he could have his dog with him. So it was all settled. The very next night the boy went to the house with his dog to make it more cheerful. He started a fire in the fireplace. He sat in front of the fire and waited, and his dog waited with him. For a while nothing happened, but a little after midnight he heard someone singing softly and sadly off in the woods. The singing sounded something like this: Mitai Doti Walker. It's just somebody singing, the boy told himself, but he was frightened. Then his dog answered the song softly and sadly. It sang, Lynchy Kinchy Collie Molly Dingo Dingo. The boy could not believe his ears. His dog had never uttered a word before. Then a few minutes later he heard the singing again. Now it was closer and louder, but the words were the same. Mitai Doti Walker. This time the boy tried to stop his dog from answering. He was afraid that whoever was singing would hear it and come after them. But his dog paid no attention. Again it sang, Lynchy Kinchy Collie Molly Dingo Dingo. A half hour later the boy heard the singing again. Now it was in the backyard. The song was the same. Mitai Doti Walker. Again the boy tried to keep his dog quiet, but the dog sang out louder than ever, Lynchy Kinchy Collie Molly Dingo Dingo.
Stop.
Soon the boy heard the singing again. Now it was coming down the chimney. Mitai Doti Walker. The dog sang right back, Lynchy Kinchy Collie Molly Dingo Dingo. Suddenly a bloody head fell down up the chimney. It missed the fire and landed right next to the dog. The dog took one look and fell over, dead from fright. The head turned and stared at the boy. Slowly it opened its mouth and...
My name is Lucky, and tonight I'm going to read The Little Black Dog. It is collected from folklore and retold by Elvin Schwartz and illustrated by Stephen Gamble. I'm reading this with the permission of Scholastic. Billy Mansfield said that a little black dog followed him wherever he went, but he was the only one who saw it, so people thought he was kind of crazy. To drive the dog away, Billy was always hollering at it, throwing rocks at it, but the dog always came back. The first time Billy saw that dog was the day he fought Silas Burton. Billy was just a young man then, but the Burtons and Billy's family have been feuding for years. When Billy saw Silas running toward him, he went for his gun and Burton went for his. But Billy fired first. He hit Burton in the back, knocking him from his horse. He hit Burton in the back, knocking him from his horse. Burton's horse ran off, and his gun fell where he couldn't reach it. He lay there on the ground with Billy, pleading not to kill him, but he killed him anyway. Burton's little black dog was with him when he was shot. The dog kept licking Burton's face and barking and snarling at Billy. In his anger, Billy killed the dog too. There wasn't much law enforcement in those days, so Billy wasn't arrested. But all that night he heard Burton's dog outside his cabin, scratching on his door and barking to be let in. I'm imagining this, Billy said to himself. I shot that dog. It's dead. But the next morning Billy saw the dog. It was waiting for him outside. From then on there was not a day where he didn't see it, and there was not a night where he didn't hear it scratching on his door, barking to be let in. From then on, Billy was always finding black dog hairs on his sofa, on the floor, in his bed, even in his food, and the house and yard stank of dog. That's what Billy said. Whenever somebody told him there wasn't any dog to see, he'd say, maybe you don't see it, but I do, and I'm not any crazier than you are. Things went on like that for many years. Then one morning in the middle of winter, the neighbors didn't see any smoke coming out of Billy's chimney. When they went over to check, Billy wasn't there. A day or so later, they found his body lying in the snow in the field of the back of his cabin. Billy had plenty of enemies. At first he seemed like somebody might have killed but there wasn't any mark on his body, and there weren't any footprints out there except for Billy's. The doctor said that Billy probably died of old age. There was something odd about his death. When the neighbors found Billy, there were black dog hairs on his clothes, even a few on his face, and it smelled like a dog had been out there. Yet no one had seen a dog.